Okay. Are you all okay with 阿公讲故事 Can grandfather share some stories? Okay. Although I might not be older than some of you, I have to be very careful about that. I'm not older than some of you, but even for myself, I have been in the industry for a good 11 years, coming 11 years. Now, can you all see this? I shan't brought you guys. Now, there's a big difference when I initially started my industry, in the real estate industry. Now, I was 4 years in Knight Frank before Bruce and I joined forces. With that 4 years in Knight Frank, I think Tony knows me very well as well then. He was my general manager when I was in Knight Frank. Now, when I initially started in the industry, I also went through a lot of pitfalls as a young agent. Now, everybody should be about the same, or if not, have different circumstances of how you started, right? Or then you have also the kind of ideas like, hey, should I be a team leader? Should I go through the recruitment phase to get more people in? Should I start a team? Should I join some team which is strong? And should I learn something or whatever? So I was in this phase, and I can never break my 6 digits. You have to think during this period of time when I initially started, right? Those were the days also as well that real estate is relatively fast and slow, because there was different cycles. Okay, there was the financial crisis situation when I initially just joined in. Everything was quite slow. But having said that, this is how I started. So to me, right, whatever that the company charted to me was important. I feel that if you join a company, I feel that it's important for me to look at how do I progress from here. Like 70-30 agent, then 80-20, 85, and then 90-10. You know, this kind of things that we used to chase. Okay, so those marks were very important. Okay, and I chased titles. Generally, personally I felt that if let's say on my card, if it's a senior realty advisor, it sounds more important than realty advisor. If it's a group superman, it feels better or it feels more important than a senior realty advisor. So those were the days that I go for all these kind of things. I wouldn't say it's nonsense, but I feel that there's a progression on this end. Yet at the same time, as compared to now, it's a totally different volume. Okay, to be fair, I was stubborn and proud. Okay, initially, especially when you initially started, and especially when you're young, okay, the thing is that you tend not to listen most of the time. Okay, you tend not to listen because it's like me right now telling you guys stories. So it's like 阿公讲故事. So sometimes you will feel that I'm an 阿公, so you won't listen. So I belong to the 小弟 kind of stage whereby I try to hear again, this bullshit, this nonsense, this is rubbish. So those were the days. Okay. So after which, okay, when CA was formed, we were deciding to make switches to which agency we should go. Okay, so this story, some of you guys have heard before. From here, most of my colleagues actually went to seduce. Okay, Stuart Cheng, all these people, Jackie Mang, all these people from previously from my friend, they all went to seduce. So it's like a natural shift. Okay, that the Knight Frank agents went to seduce them. And myself, I was torn because then I had a small team. So I asked the team on their opinion, and at the same time, we were deciding between 3 choices. Okay, first one was Comnex, because Calvin Fong was showing me, okay, personally to bring the team over. So this is one. Second was to go to seduce, which
which makes easy sense because all your friends are there, man. Just join in the fun now. Okay, last but not the least, to join force with Bruce Lee. Okay, Bruce then was with Remax, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so those were the history days. So how did SRI 5000 form? Okay, because my team then was called SRI, and his team was Team 5000. So we just joined the name. And these places here were the days where we create new histories. Okay, now the reason why we joined forces was not just because basically solely of my choice. I had a team then, correct? And the team is still around. Okay, so what happened was this: we find that the synergy between our team and Bruce's team was the best. We can connect very well, and we feel that this is the best decision that we should be making because this probably will propel our sales. Because it's a feel thing, man. If you don't feel good, you can't make good sales. Agree, disagree? Agree? Yeah. So from there now, okay, I have been attending live lessons. Lessons are free. I'm not chasing titles anymore. Okay. To me, at the end of the day, whenever I engage my clients don't look at my title. They look at me. Okay, as they know me as Benson, and when I sell, they know me as Benson. Correct? Then, actually, the first breakthrough really came after Bruce and I joined forces. Possibly because also at the same time I was learning a lot from Bruce, and also at the same time that the synergy that propels it's basically in that particular environment that made me break through. Okay, so the first $100,000 is broke after that. Okay, and elusively it keeps going up. Till today, I'm averaging maybe about $500,000 or more a year. Okay, so the 7 digits is a shen title. Okay, but having said that, this is something whereby even for myself, I'm chasing to break through as an average as well. Okay, even till today. But now today's lesson is for 6 digits, so I'm qualified enough to teach you all 6 digits. Agree, disagree? Okay. Now, I never looked back after joining forces with Bruce, and today I'm definitely more humble as compared to before. Okay, I don't take credit seriously, and I enjoy the things that I'm doing. I prefer to take the backseat most of the time. Okay, so this is my own story. So I'm qualified enough to tell you all these things right now that you guys will be picking up. But do me this favor, I remind you one more time. Okay, take a pen and paper, or if not, use your phone and type now. Okay, actually, I'm quite worried that in the first place, right, that I might forget talking about all these things. So that's why I wrote down myself. There's 21 points here. There's 40 plus slides here. I hope that you guys will not be bored. Okay, so this 21 points has also been discussed with Bruce also as well. So we were on the phone, we were talking about these things, and he has given his value add based on what he thinks these pointers are lacking. Okay, so okay, here we go. First point: turn troubles into opportunity. Can you all write this down? I bet over here on the stage, or rather over here on who has been attending this thing, this lesson, I'm quite sure that you guys have many hurdles before, and I'm quite certain that the clients probably even misunderstood you or more often than not because they feel that you are a salesperson. Generally, they feel that you are only after the commission, correct? Which is very normal, it's very typical. But whenever you hit that kind of wall, remember, always think of how to salvage the situation and how to do best as you can. Now, I'm going to relate to you one case that I had before. This case basically happened between myself and one of my best clients who has been with me since my friend days till now. And that they have been supporting me since year to this. Okay, so a typical young agent would do this. They would, I used to do grand touches a lot. I'm not sure whether anybody knows. Okay, grand touches is a project by UIC which is in Katong. It's 130 plus units only. So I know the project inside out because I was what do you put it? What's that called? What kind of project? GTA agent. They call it GTA agent. Very, very fancy. Okay, I used to do D15, D16 a lot. That's the reason why I know Stewart and his East Living Room people and all these people a lot. Okay, now this particular client came in. Okay, she was looking at my duplex unit in Grand Access. I remember very clearly. I still remember the unit number. Okay, 0507. So what happened was she looked at it and she feels it's nice, but she asked whether is there anything that in the central that I can recommend. Obviously, she was a foreigner and I can tell she's a Vietnamese. So what happened was, being a new agent, all the leads you cannot let go. Okay, old birds tend to usually, this person not serious, let's move on. But as a very, very active agent, then I don't let go of my leads. So I went back and I started recommending things to her. I can tell that she's very, very serious in buying something. So I know that a purchase will be made very soon. That's the reason why I work so hard. So then when I recommended something which makes no sense also to me because Similian and Orange Tea usually work close together. You all know? Most of you all know, right? So it's always exclusive to them on the Similian projects. So Clover by the Park then was building. Okay? So I recommended Clover by the Park to this particular client. And I tried to find out more from the developer, from Orange Tea side. Then, because when I don't know her, obviously my character is up for judgment. When your client doesn't know you, obviously they have to judge, right? So I went on-site presentation, and then after which they agreed that Clover by the Park suits them very well, and I shortlisted a penthouse unit for them. The com was like 0.05 or something, very, very low com time one. So one penthouse you close is probably like what, $5,000, $6,000, not worth your lifetime. But still, at the end of the day, I realized that then I had a competition as well. It was the Orange Tea agent. They met me already. I did my presentation. I left already. They met the other agent also. So what I did, how I established the deal, I told them that since I recommended this project, is it okay if I represent you in this instance to close? Because it doesn't matter, the price is the same. And then they said okay to me, and I closed this penthouse for them. Now, and where's the misunderstanding, right? Now, remember those were the days that at the end, the banks do subsidize the valuation and legal fees. Right? Remember, those were the days. Actually, not many years ago, maybe 5, 6 years, 4 years ago. Okay, this one is maybe 6, 7 years ago. Okay, so because when I was corresponding with this particular client, I didn't know that the client really had their own lawyer friend already, a convincing lawyer. So at the same time, I was thinking, I can't reach them because they were back in Vietnam. So I said, in this case, why not I just recommend someone whereby at the end of the day that the legal fees can be covered by the banks. You know, those days, the legal fees can be covered. So I wrote something down. It would benefit for the client, right? And in the end, right, it became a very big hoo-ha because the friend is a conveyancing lawyer. So they were very upset with me, obviously. Then at the same time, a lot of ding-dongs happening. I took the SPA, the S&P. I went back to the lawyer, the lawyer friend, and the lawyer friend don't even want to accept my sales and purchase agreement. Asked me to send it back to the developer. Then what could I have done then? So through all these scenarios already, then we were exchanging emails. that the guy buyer actually F me upside down in the email. Say you are a dishonest person, this, that. Then I replied very nicely to the email. So this is the trouble turning opportunity. I replied to the email. I said that I don't need a single cent from the deal. I can even give you my commission. I don't care, but I just want to do things correctly. So at the same time, the reason why I'm doing this is to ensure that you don't really have to fork out a single cent. Okay, little do I know that after they tone down and they realize that they see my point, and I didn't know that they were that rich also as well. Okay, they were very, very rich. Okay, we became very close. Even till today, some of our guys is actually doing rentals because I have been passing it down. Okay, under her care, I'm managing 15 properties for them, 1-5, and in which the rentals sometimes I cannot take care of myself. I need to pass it to some of our colleagues to do. So from there out, this client became a very, very, very good buyer of mine, and became a very good client, and became a very good friend. So this is just one scenario. I have a lot of scenarios that to describe to you guys, but this is the most distinct one in my career. So I can say that sometimes clients can be very nasty, but try to see whether you can salvage the situation or try to turn the tables around. Because if your intent has been upright and you know that you are not doing the wrong thing, I think you all should make a stand, and yet at the same time, right, try to salvage the situation. Because this kind of thing, Chinese have this idiom. Okay, in any crisis, there's always an opportunity. Okay, there was one point in one particular day I closed six properties. I sold 6 properties in one day. It's from this time. Okay, Jackie managed to see this kind before, and they are purchasing another 2 or 3 shop houses for me this year. So this is part of my portfolio for the year. Okay, so you can see any clients that you can turn them into your friends can be a completely different story. Okay, so turning troubles into opportunities is trying to tell you that when you look at the surface and you have some issues, don't just stop there. Try to drill in as much as you can until a certain point that you have. Then you think that you really surrender. But otherwise, right, once you face a trouble and you have done your best, seek opinions from your own friends also as well. How and what will they do? And then try to re-engage again. Really bo pian, then you let go. Okay? So this is one point. Have you all jotted it down already? Thank you. Okay. The second pointer is give the right advice. I can understand. Okay, as a salesperson, right? Your priority is to sell. Correct? Your priority is to sell. But having said that, within for the motivation to sell, you should be giving the right advices as well. What do I mean by right advices? Here, I'll give you an example. This particular Indian, okay, who is now my very, very good friend as well. Okay, we met during the days in Night Frank. So he was looking at apartments in Butterworth. Road, right? Butterworth. Yeah. So then he was looking, and he saw this court unit that I was marketing, and he was very interested in it. Then throughout the next 2 to 3 days, 4 days, I can sense that he's very serious in buying. That I served him for the week or 2 weeks. Obviously, right, when you have a lead that you know that this particular person is about to commit, definitely you will try to spend more time with the person, right? Then he was telling me about his scenario. Okay, this is a very particular case situation, and when you listen already, tell me what will you do? He was saying that he's not buying under his personal name. He said because the boss values him a lot. So what happened is that the company or the boss will buy for him and hold as stakeholder. Okay, that means the boss will buy for him, but under the boss's name. Okay, Obviously, he's still paying for it. It's just that he cannot buy because he applied for his HDB already. Okay, so now currently he's still staying in a girl right now. Okay, what would you do? You have already served him 2-3 weeks already. You have already spent time with him already. You know that he can buy. Technically speaking, if the boss buy, not he. It's not him who bought it. Okay, but definitely a deal can be on the table. What will you do? Huh? Continue. You guys? Yeah, obviously. So then I told him, let's not continue. It's no point. Okay, but this is my advice. My advice to him was not to continue because it makes no sense. And yeah, next time in the future, if he wants to leave the company, he cannot leave anymore. For the fact that he and his boss probably come out with the initial money, but then he will be servicing. Next thing you know, he will be hold ransom by the company at the end of the day. Because he don't own it, there's no rights there. The boss can hold him ransom forever. Okay. With that advice that I'm giving, I made a friend. Correct? And this friend is with me till today and has referred me many cases. A lot. Marina Bay Streets, sale, 5 on Shenton, all you can think of. Those were the times when things are not moving generally. So can you imagine, like people are struggling for their cases, but I have all these blessed souls who have been giving me cases. Okay, so this is just one scenario. But having said that, in your own account, definitely you will meet a lot of times, a lot of friends, or a lot of times that hasn't turned friends yet. When you are looking into their scenario, please make sure that you give your best advice and potentially right advice so that they know that you are taking care of them. Okay, once you do a good job, don't worry, deals will flow. Okay, then when you are thinking of, oh, I'll be losing out a certain amount of money by not closing this thing. Don't look at this very short change or short term. Look at very long term. Doesn't matter. Just do the right thing. Okay, so this is giving the right advice. This is my second tip to you guys. Have you all wrote things up? Okay, third one. Have pride in what you are doing. Now, overt agents don't have this problem, obviously, because they have been in the real estate agency business for the longer time. So everybody knows that they are real estate agents. For young agents, we have this problem. Some will hide behind the scene, or maybe for elder ones, some elder ones have this problem. I don't let people know that I'm doing real estate until there's a need, then I'm an agent. You know, they do this kind of thing. Why? Because they feel that maybe being a salesperson is something which can never level, or they feel that it's very degrading for them to be identified as a salesperson. But I feel that when you do this, right, what happens is that you are devoiding yourself from a lot of deals that can happen. Okay, so this is still a very big priority. Okay, as and when, just be proud that you are doing this and you are doing everybody a favor by being a professional recruiter. If you cannot carry yourself well, or if you walk around and if your friends totally don't know what you are doing, something is very wrong. That means branding issue. Oh, Benson, I think he's a businessman, but I don't know what he's doing. I think he sells tissue paper. You know, don't give people that impression. Okay, just make sure that if you are selling real estate, let everybody know that you are doing this, because you are devoiding yourself of a chance to work together with someone. Okay? They have pride in what you are doing now. Have you all noted it down on your phone yet? Can you all show me? Can I spot check? Have Okay. Okay. Point number 4. The world is fair. Now, this is the thing. If you flip up your Facebook today, Okay, you flip out your Facebook today, there will be a lot of complaints. Do you know that sometimes when you look at Straits Times, right? That Straits Times these days on Facebook also, correct? Then there will be thousands of comments, right? Then there are those that some of the comments are that your eyes are roll until your brain and then roll can roll 360 degree one. The kind of comments that they give, right? Because they are complaining and they're complaining and complaining and complaining, they never stop complaining. So have this kind of mindset whereby you feel that the world is fair, so that at the end of the day, you will work in an environment whereby everything is very balanced. You don't feel that someone owes you something. You are working for yourself, you are working for your family, you are working for your future. So with that kind of mindset, it completely changes how you actually work. For sure, because you don't feel that the client owes you something. So you will know, you will try to figure out what went wrong or what the client really wants. You work backwards from that. You will not think the client owes you a living. Okay, and when the other way around, when the client owes you feels that way, you will feel that, hey, I shouldn't be working with you because you feel that I owe you a living, correct? So this kind of mindset is very, very important. Obviously, okay, what kind of ability you will master from here? You will learn how to be more responsible. You will be very aware of your surroundings for sure. Okay, and you learn gratitude and you have more mental strength. Now, I have been praying that the world is fair for the longer time. Okay, everybody who knows me knows that I practice this thing, and I feel that this is one of the most beneficial attribute that I have. Okay, because even when things are against me, or rather, if let's say it is not on my competition edge, I will try to level the playing field. I will not blame the circumstances. I'll make sure that I play well even if I am in a disadvantage. Okay, so this is a very, very good attribute. Okay, have you all wrote it down already? Okay, the reason why I say look at your Facebook and I didn't quote anybody because I saw a lot, and especially real estate agents, I see a lot of them keep complaining. Okay, a lot keep complaining like, oh, wow, this client is an asshole, that client is an asshole, today is really not my day, the sky rained today when I'm doing things, you know, people cannot see it's a bright and sunny apartment, it happens more often than not. Okay, so 是天气的错， then you want to blame it on God. Something is wrong somewhere, right? Then why are you born in the first place? Don't complain. Okay, make the best out of everything. When the apartment is dark, no choice, turn on all the lights. Correct? You don't sell when this is a very nice house. It used to be very bright. It only becomes very bright when the sun comes out. So turn on the lights and don't show. Try to shift your appointments until the sunny day to sell the apartments. So these are the different small little things that you can do. Don't keep living on the circumstances. Okay, last but not no. So the next point is be well liked. Can you note it down? It pays to be well liked. It doesn't matter how you look. Just be yourself and be someone you think you like. Okay. Things always happen around you when you're well liked. Good news and reputation travels like speed. Correct? Do you agree with me on this portion? Now, the thing is this. In our real estate career, right? It's very hard to be well liked. It's very hard to be well liked. Why? For all the obvious reasons. Most of us are very antisocial. I don't know why. Something's very wrong somewhere. When we are with our clients, we tend to be very sociable. But when with our peers, right, you tend to be antisocial most of the time. Because obviously, this real estate business, people tend to be a bit selfish. Okay, it's very normal. Everybody is protecting themselves, man. So usually the case, that's the reason why you're not so well liked. Okay, but I'm quite sure there are very successful people that you feel that, hey, how come they are well liked and yet they can still do very well. So model of them. Bruce Lee is definitely one of them. Okay, Jackie is quite good also as well. Okay, you can tell when he just joined us not long ago only, probably about 3-4 months. but everybody knows him already. Okay, now there's a reason why being well liked is very important in this instance. Okay, if you are not well liked, people will say bad things about you. The reputation precedes once. It will go very fast one. If you do something wrong, like it will spread like wildfire. Okay, funny thing, bad news travel faster than good news. A lot faster, maybe split second faster. The F1, you time the bad news will come first, but the good news will come later. But good news also travels very fast. Okay, so when you post any cases or whatsoever, okay, you will see what the effect very fast will go. Okay, so be very well liked as much as you can. Okay, what it trains you to be more humble at the same time, and it trains you to be more understanding towards other people's feelings. I can tell you this empathy and humble, right? It's very important, especially when you engage your clients. Okay, because obviously then it's easier for you to understand your clients. If you're well liked, means that person knows you very well, obviously, because this person knows how to knows your feelings and try to take care of feelings all the time. Correct? Agree, disagree?
Yes.
This is point number what already? 5. You still have about quite a lot to go at. 10, right? 10, right? Everybody's still awake, right? Be well informed and open for knowledge. Now, this is the thing. This part whereby I want to emphasize. Okay, every day you receive Tony's news. Agree?
Yes.
Okay, now tell me with your right hand, who really reads every day? Hands up. Okay, so now you know. Sometimes you guys ask for information, but at the end of the day, right, the information makes no sense to you because you all don't use it. Then what's the point of giving information? What's the point of having everything? It's like a buffet. Can you finish everything or not? You go there, pay $20, then after you don't eat the same things only, then well, yeah, I cannot finish everything. What's the point? Might as well a la carte, better. Okay, so in this instance, okay, make sure that you read every day because it's already pertaining to real estate news already. It really summarizes what is happening for the day for you. So please read it. Second, okay, you realize also as well that if let's say you have a lot of good friends in the same circle, you realize news travel faster, correct? So it's a lot easier for you all to absorb news, especially coming from your friends. Because over cookie session, you all will hear a lot of things and you all will absorb faster. So don't be anti-social. This is what I'm trying to tell you all. Don't be anti-social. They mix around with friends that does the same thing and at the same time absorb only the good stuff, don't absorb the bad stuff. Okay, now good effort to read. Okay, this is something we are lacking, and I feel that this is something that SI agents can improve. Now, you can log on to eProp track also at the same time and go and find out more about the projects that is available in the company as well. Okay, these are all listings that you all can market or at least have an awareness so that when you are speaking to your client, something comes up. Okay, now this is something I want to stress. All birds have always. Okay, but remember, okay, to be very open so that you can learn from the new ones. Okay, no matter how old am I in the industry, say 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, say I'm a 千金老妖, I'm 03 with a huge trunk. Okay, but at the same time, right, don't forget the best ideas, the best creative ideas always come from the people who just joined the industry because they see things differently than you. Okay, they have a different perspective and technically they are more updated than you. Okay, the younger ones and younger who just joined the industry, don't forget, their buyers are going to be your buyers in the future. Because, say example, let's say we have the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s. Okay, the 20s at the end of the day, the strong buying powers will come during the 30s and the 40s. So they know the trend better than you. Okay, I'm not talking about just age difference. I'm talking about also at the same time, right, when you are the number of years in the industry. Okay, you tend to be very complacent when you reach the 3rd, 4th, or 5th year mark. Okay, you don't listen anymore. all the style, all the things that you do is always the same. Okay, that's the reason why most of us tend to feel that we should join someone else so that we can absorb. But yet, when you join someone else also, you do the same thing. Then what's the point of shifting? Alright. So then when you have decided this is something that you should do, open up your heart. Just listen, take in advices, take in ideas, and don't just take in ideas and not do anything. Do it. Okay, this is the most important thing. That's the reason why I'm asking you guys to write everything down right now. Why? Obviously, after this, right, I will give test later. Remember the 2 points later. Okay, I'll be well informed and open for knowledge. Can not? Can? Okay, now these are already the opportunities that we have here. We are trying to gain more as much as we can, but assuming that if none of our people are doing something about it or at least closing them, right, then it makes no sense for us to bring in. We rather focus more time sending down here something zero. Right? So at least have a mind's eye of what is happening. Okay, I'm not going to talk about projects because this is not the day. I don't sell going on. I'm not someone now come down here then this is an investment opportunity and I sell something. I'm not. Okay, so at least take note what we have. Okay, use Slack also as well. Okay, everybody is complaining about WhatsApp very noisy, this and that. Okay, the social animal is very wrong to message at 12 a.m. in the morning or 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, now take note what we have added in. Okay, if you notice when you click on to channel, list the channels, right, you realize that there's a lot of different projects that is being added into Slack also as well. Now, why? Through the blessing of Bruce, we actually got some external agents who have always been working closely with us to feed in the information from other external agencies. Okay, in that, I'm very proud to say this. Actually, we are likely the only agency that really cares for our guys. We don't care which other agencies is marketing different things. We just push the things that is moving. Okay, so in this instance, right, you are not lacking of information of other properties at the same time. So just take note, all these things have segregation. Okay, whatever channels is related to whatever thing. Okay, currently there's also a Far East guy who is pushing rental listings, right? Okay, so just take note, if let's say when they ask you guys to join a particular channel, then if you feel it's interesting, then you join. If you think it's too noisy, then you leave. Okay? WhatsApp cannot. WhatsApp, you leave already, then you leaving the group or what? Okay, it's a different situation. Okay, so use Slack as much as you can. These are not the points. Don't write it down. Okay, this is the next point. Learn the best from friends. Now, this is how I really genuinely feel. Because for me, right, I learn the fastest from people around me. And I apply the fastest when I see something from a friend. And it's easy for me to open my mouth to ask because that person is a friend. Like, I will ask Bruce how he did it, okay, where the time came from. He's very open about all these things as well. I mean, all our clients in the first place, we don't hug our clients and then we hug them to death. We open up and say, oh, so this particular time, okay, this is how we did it. So you learn the fastest way from asking. Correct? Agree, disagree. Agree, disagree. Okay, now you can learn from Bruce how he handles his hiring clients. Okay, but not his driving. Okay, you can learn from James Wong how he is an anti-killer. Okay, you can learn from Vivek how he analyzes his clients and break down in details. I can tell you, he is the most detailed person whenever he handles his clients. It's damn scary. It's damn scary how he analyzes all his clients. So I learned this from him. Okay, learn from Jackie how he connects with the rest and make everyone happy. Okay, everybody's so happy with it. Okay, Joey Chan. Okay, look at how she handles her clients professionally. Everybody also knows that Belinda is very meticulous with her tenancy deals. There's so many people to learn from, so many different things. Just pick up all the positive pointers. You will be very, very different from here. You will learn so fast and you will speed up so fast. So this is the main attribute, the reason why I break through my 6 digits quickly. Okay, but if you are not so much of a friend, then do some self-realization and think why you're not a friend. Ask yourself why you don't have friends. Okay, okay, so all these things is very personal, but this is really something that resonates very well with me. Okay, so this is something that maybe you all can go on. Learn the best from friends. Have you all noted down already? You sure? Confirm?
Yes.
Okay, hands up. Right hand with your thing that you have wrote down. I want to check now. Okay, good. Okay, now. Okay, dear friends. Okay, this is the next point. Friends from SRI. Okay, friends from other agencies. Client who turns friends. Friends who refer clients to you. Okay, now you can see here. You realize this also as well. It's easier for you to open your mouth when you're a friend. Agree, disagree? It depends on what you ask for, obviously. Okay, but having said that, right? I wanna. Okay, this is something which I already highlighted already. Friends from SRI. This is something I highlighted. Friends from other agencies. I'll put it that way to you. Okay, that if let's say assume that 2 or 3 agents are aiming for the same unit, which is an exclusive, and that person who's marketing happens to be a friend, right? You put up an offer, the same offer, you think which one the exclusive agent will pick up? Friend lah, we cannot run one. If let's say some ding dong agent give me 1 mil, then after that Stewart gives me 1 mil, then who I pick? Obviously Stewart, because I know Stewart better and I know his name. Correct. It's the same thing. If Blue Sky come with me with an offer, then after that some ding dong agent, and then I'll go for Blue Sky, obviously, because why? I also scared of offending him later. Right. So these are the things that you have to take note also as well. Don't create any kind of feud with other people at the same time. Sometimes yes, they might be an asshole. Sometimes they don't think of you. They go up to the unit, then after you are the one that's presenting, then they act high and mighty, walk around, do nothing, then go out, bye, waste your time. Yeah, but doesn't matter what, you just brush him off or brush her off. You may never know one fine day you will do one time. And that is the one time that you need them. Right? Clients who turn friends, these are the best. Okay, out of my 10 to 11 years career, these are the people that has been supporting me during the downtime and the uptime. They are the ones that is referring clients to me. This is where most of my income came from. Okay, I granted that I have things which I'm good at, which I will mention later also at the same time. But this is the main reason why I'm always a 6-digit agent year on year. Okay, now I understand that some of you would prefer to have a professional front with clients, right? That Mr. So and so, and then it's always Mr. So and so because it's more respectful that way. Okay, but having said that, it's easier if let's say I call you by your name in the future. I mean, if I can go close to you, okay? And if I know your habits, if I know your family, and if your family knows my family, because why? Obviously later on, it's a lot easier to do things. When I say something, it means something. Agree? Because you are nobody, at the end of the day, you are just an advisor. They will just take you as an employee from somewhere. Then there's no selling point in the first place. Okay, so this is something which is important. Be a friend. Cannot. Ah, very good. Okay, now be patient. Okay, this is something which, let me see. Okay. This is something which is very important. Now, technically speaking, right, there's 2 attributes that is very important for a high-end client, high-end realtor, or if not for a 6-digit realtor. Okay, when you really work out something, really, say example, you try your best to do whatever that you've done, say in ways of marketing, in ways of prospecting, or in ways of reaching out to the mass or selling your listing or whatever. Okay, if you really think that you have covered most aspects of it and you are still continuing doing that, okay, be more patient about it. Don't get too complex so soon. Okay, because you never know when is the turning point. Okay, everybody faces this situation whereby I've asked
advisors from all over the world already, and they gave me all these golden pointers. I've done my best, but I don't see any conversions. It's very normal, right? It happens. Either the market is not trending towards your direction, or either you have not been doing enough. But if you have done enough already, be patient. Okay, because when you are perplexed at the same time, right, your mind is not doing good to you. Okay? You're not zen, let's put it that way. And then what happens? You get confused. And someone else will close it. Okay? Just be more patient. Okay? Have you wrote down be patient? I'll go quickly to the next one. These two works hand in hand. Okay, be confident. Okay, especially for agents who have handled many of such situations before, especially when it comes to offering, when it comes to negotiating for the call, when it comes to negotiating for case to close. This is what usually is lacking most of the time. Okay? Confidence and patience. I give you an example. Let me think. I give you an example whereby at the end of the day, these two traits will go hand in hand. Okay? Remember, for me, I don't care whether this property is 1 mil, 10 mil, 100 mil. Okay? The way of handling the thing is the same. Don't think of the commission at the end of the day and then get perplexed and then shiver or do whatsoever. Be more patient when it comes to offering. You know that there's different steps. You know there's way of managing expectations. Okay? It's recording, right? Okay, so in this instance, when you are actually offering for a particular thing, really check its intent already and everything else. Okay, don't get perplexed when someone throws you something. Usually buyers will teach you how to sell the buyers will teach you how to buy their unit. Sellers will teach you how to sell their unit. You'll say, go and tell the buyer, you know, this is a very good unit, it's very cheap already. You know, this is the best time to buy. And at the other side, go and tell the seller, you know, this unit, right, it's not worth anything, although they are buying it. And then at the same time, you see the news that came in just recently, the cooling measure, nobody will buy it in the next 1 year. You know, that kind of thing, they usually will try to teach each other. You get perplexed quite easily. So what happens? You need to be confident, you need to be zen, you need to be patient. Okay? You can't feed this kind of information to the buyer or to the seller at the same time because you break your deal for sure. Guarantee, because when you angle each other's side, right, there's no way they can close the case. Okay? So for you, try to learn how to deal with this. When you are picking up bigger quantum items, say example, maybe you used to close HDB or whatever, then you start to deal with private sales, whereby maybe it become a 5 mil or 8 mil or 10 mil. The attitude is the same. The attitude is always the same. You don't care how low the quantum is or how high the quantum is. That confidence is going to get you the sale. If you lack that in that department and you become frantic for it, right? Nothing will happen. Okay, look at me. Look at my hands now. You know why I asked you to look at my hands? Steady hands. Understand? Steady. Very good one. Wrote down already? Confident? Hey, social media is helpful, but not crucial. Because this is something that I want to emphasize one more time. If you think about it, most of the time, right, you guys are thinking, oh, I need my own website, otherwise I cannot survive. Then that thought, right, will carry, right, from the day one of your real estate career until now, and you all still haven't done anything about it. Correct? Some of you don't do anything, or maybe you all have already created a website. Benson Koh, example. Benson Koh. Then after that, then think, hey, I create already, but nobody will visit it. It seems to me that I'm not so important. Right? So you have these kind of issues. And then there are people who Facebook, wow, I close 100 million property, wow, I post many property, every week I keep closing. Wow, and I'm selling this thing right now. If you're closing, then why you want to sell? Don't need why. You don't need to count it, man. Okay, my thing is this. When you are actually thinking that social media is very important, think of the agents that also is not on social media platform. There are some
that comes to my mind that's doing very, very extremely well, but they don't have social media presence? Have or not? Have or not? Our agency have or not?
Yes.
You all also know, right? Just this one person, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, like people like Stephanie Wong.
Yeah.
Okay, no social, nothing social, no. But still gets things done. Listen up, listen. This is the most important thing. Okay, but it's also very helpful. I give you an example of how social media can actually help. Okay, Jackie posted something about the flow, right? Just a couple of days ago, I think barely a week. And then what you all did? What do you all do? You all share. It became viral. You all noticed that. One by one, you all share. Okay, why? Okay, all elements come to play. First thing first is well liked. Okay, Jackie is well liked. And at the same time, that particular advertorial makes a lot of sense for you to share. And then one more thing, because everybody is sharing, so they go hot mentality. Everybody, because there's nothing to be ashamed of, man, because everybody is sharing, man. And then what happened? One sale, right? There's one sale that is done, right? Right? The last medical clinic was sold, right? So, in this instance where social media is actually effective, think of how you are applying social media to your work. Okay, don't keep thinking on an effort basis that, say example, I want to create my website, I want to write something, I don't know how to begin with. Because you are handicapped by technology, say per se, like I don't know how to use the computer. Say example, I don't know how to create a website, I don't know how beautiful it is. But that's not the only way to do sales at the end of the day. This is really, honestly, not very crucial. Okay? Facebook, people know how to type, right, and share, right? These simple little things you all can do, then just do. Something that if it's easy for you to do, just do. But if it's very difficult for you to do, I'm saying that, it's not saying don't do, but engage when you really have the heart to do it. If you don't have the heart to do it, then don't ask. Okay, some people ask me how to build websites for 100 years already. It still hasn't happened yet. Okay, even have the website already, the website only have no post. I don't even say one post, no post. So what's the point? Just take note that this is not the only way to engage, and this is not the only way to close sales. Remember, this is one additional avenue for you. Facebook is one, Twitter is one, whatsoever is one, Instagram is one, whatsoever is one. Okay, you are trying to put your branding forward, and that's how sales are done. If you have one lesser avenue, fair enough. But if you have tried all avenue, I got nothing to say. Correct? Any questions with regards to this? Set a goal or many little goals. I think a lot of people are lacking in this department. Obviously, every year you keep saying that you want to do better and better. But the problem is that, what is better? Is it better than last year, or better than the year before, or better than the year before? Okay. So, for me, right, how we started all the secret meetings and stuff, so a lot of people know, right? Okay, what is secret meeting? Okay, I used to do every Mondays or every Wednesdays that I gather some of our colleagues and we talk about our figures and we actually discuss about what is inside, what is in our portfolio to close so that we can reach the figures. Now, this is still very important. Okay, set a figure whereby if let's say you haven't broke the 6 digits before, at least do 100,000 there, or put 120,000 there. You just divide out into a particular month. You already know how much you need to make a month. From there, okay, just create some small goals. Like by when at least I need to reach 30,000. By when I need to reach 60,000. This will give you at least something to look forward to. If you haven't do that, or if you think that I'm talking cock, I will tell you, then it's no that the chances of you hitting 6 digits consistently is very rare because you happy-go-lucky. Okay, but if you do this, some things will transform. Can? This is which one already? I think I'm gonna be thirsty. This is which one already? 10，不要骗我哦。12咩？ very good. It's 12. Okay, this is the number 13. Time, it's how you spend it. Okay, if you spend more time sleeping, you'll be good at sleeping for sure. Okay, if you spend more time watching TV drama, you'll be very good at watching drama. Okay, if you spend more time on running and working out, you definitely feel good. Okay, if you spend more time with your family will be more needed for sure. Okay, if you spend more time on your work, obviously, you will be very, very good at your work. Okay, a lot of people here today, after attending this session already, or online, those people who are listening into the Zoom right now, just listen again. After you're off already, Benson say a lot of very, very good things. And after that, everything is gone already. It's like here, there's no filter inside at all. In and out. I want you guys, right, especially those who are here, who have written whatsoever that I shared with you guys, make sure that you practice at least some of them. Okay, use phone calendars and schedulers to track. I don't know. Who doesn't use a phone calendar now? Hands up, please, hands up. Really, it's okay, right? It's okay. Okay. Who uses a phone calendar? Hands up. Okay, some people don't. It's okay, right? Doesn't matter. But the thing is that you definitely need to track your own time. I don't know how you are tracking it, but I'm using my phone calendar to track. Okay, I will share with you later the okay, paper or device, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's Henry Chu, right? Okay, he's not around. I'm not sure whether he's listening online. Okay, there was once I ever asked young Henry about this thing. He doesn't have this. Okay, no paper and no phone collector. So I asked him very simple question. I asked him the day before and the day before. I asked him what time he wake up, what time he sleep, what time he eat, what time he eat. So everything becomes very apparent. As long as the breakdown of the time, if you don't see yourself working, right, obviously you can't see anything. So just take note about this, especially for us, together we are all self-employed. If we are not responsible to our time, we are not responsible to ourselves. Agree? Agree? Yes.
The other comment.
Save and invest. Okay, I'm not talking about buying properties or whatever. I'm talking about yourself again. Okay, you are running a business. What is it? Okay, you are running a business. Obviously, you must know how much you're spending.
So we're going out by the private label.
This is you, leh.
No, me.
Can you hear me now? Since when I don't need cook?
The host.
Guys, can you hear me now?
Okay.
Can okay. Okay. Nowadays, when you guys are advertising, property guru is your only avenue. Agree? Most of you guys. Why? Why? Let me ask you why. Because it's technically now at this point of time the most effective one. 对不对? Then when price high, then you all everybody curse for you. I don't know what is that. Actually, to me, right, and to many of the high-end agents, right, if PG is more outreach to other people at the end of the day, that means PG can be more effective because there's lesser agents. There's a different side of the game always. There's always a different perspective from another side. And I can tell you the other side, usually the case, most of the time is also always by one. Okay, if there's more dropouts from PG, that means there'll be lesser people or lesser agents. But the same amount of leads will still come from them. So again, like what I mentioned earlier, what's the trade just now? Okay, you're not the only person in the world. Okay. When this kind of thing happens, just make sure that you accept it, you just move. Okay, and at the same time, like if you can expose yourself to more avenues, say example like top agent listing or whatsoever, etc., and invest in them also as well. Think of this as an investment because it's a branding to yourself. Okay, and this is something like myself, I'm lacking also to be fairly honest with you guys. Okay, the reason why there's a difference between a 6-digit and a 7-digit agent, this is where there's a difference. Okay, if you invest enough, people like our queen, okay, she always sends mailers and her mailers always reach regularly. Why? Because she's investing in them. Okay, and why she is always year on year a 7-digit agent? There's this difference. If you meow, obviously you expect meow results. Okay, and you know Bruce Lie also. Bruce Lie anyhow burn. You burn money like burning incense before. Okay, so this is the difference here. Of course, I'm not asking you to anyhow spend money. I'm asking you to think and see if it makes sense. You can always keep trying, but try really no complaint. Okay, hey, doesn't work. Hey, waste money. I don't try anymore. I have myself in the shell like a snail. Yeah, I slowly walk like a snail. Don't do that. Keep trying different avenues and share your different avenues if you can. I know some people, you know, if it's effective, then keep quiet. But eventually the world will catch up. Okay. Why happens here? Okay. Just do it. Nike, just do it. Okay? Don't just listen now. I'm asking you to pen down your things now because why? Honestly, I want you to do it immediately. Okay. Now, everyone starts with a different bandwidth. Obviously, everybody starts differently. In our bank accounts, all of us got different amounts. Agree? Yes, I might have lesser than say Jackie. Jackie might have lesser than say Tony. Okay, Tony might have lesser than say Barry. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. The thing is that when you have already done your best, and at the same time when you ask people for advice, say you feel very confused and you feel very trapped, you maybe seek Bruce's advice. And Bruce's analytics is always usually very good. Okay, he will tell you this is something that you are lacking and you need to do it immediately. Do it. Just do it. Don't need to think, don't need to do anything, just do it immediately. After leaving Bruce already, go straight away, go and do it. Don't ask for fun. A lot of people like to ask for fun. Say, hey, what should I do? What should I do? Like very academic. Next thing you know, right? That particular note is in the study room for the 10 years or 20 years. nothing has been done. Then you make the people who give you advice angry. And at the same time, nothing will happen. So do things immediately as much as you can. Obviously, if let's say there's information overload, then do things that whatever that you can do right now. Like now I give you 22 points, right? But you do 1 or 2 points, I'm also very happy. Rather than you do nothing at all. Like say today you are not a friend of someone, then you walk out, you still are not a friend of someone, something's very wrong. Right? Okay, it gives you decision making skills and confidence. And this is something whereby people always ask, why, how come all the people that's on the top always stay at the top? It's not what, like, you must understand that if let's say you just joined the industry, you are maybe 2 or 3 years, you just started, you are now already building a pipeline already. Okay, but those people who are longer in the industry, most of the time, has been building pipelines since day one. And when they close consistently, it's because of their efforts that they have actually placed more energy to prospecting or whatever before, and they have laid them down. Some people really takes 1 or 2 years to close. It's real one. Okay, some people 3 months, some people 1 month, some people 1 week, some people 1 day. So sometimes 1 shot, 1 kill. But having said that, all this kind of the 1 day situation usually doesn't happen in this market anymore. Okay, and having said that, those relationships that you actually bought into the 1 day or 1 week or 2 months kind of deals, usually the relationship is not that strong. Alright? First thing, don't forget, just how I mentioned, make friends as much as you can. Over the years, when you're making friends at the same time you're building pipelines. When you're building pipelines, then you can close consistently. Some people, after close a big deal already, then 1 year later, then we see them again. Okay? But some people consistently month on month keep closing. Why? Obviously because they have been working for a long time. Don't just think that they must be doing something indifferently from you. It's not the case that they are doing something very indifferent from you. It could be the potential reason they are more hardworking than you. You don't know, you never tell. This is the reason why. Where's Blue Sky now? Okay. See, he's prospecting now. My point is exactly, do you know how hard Blue Sky works? You all know. Day and night never sleep, I think he lose all his hair. You see? So, but of course, with the time that is spent, there must be a return. And in that sense, that's the reason why there are 6 and 7 digit people. Okay? Okay, then the next thing, don't be choosy. Especially when we first started, we don't choose. Remember this when you first started in maybe some agency, I don't know whether you start here or not, but when you start from other places, anything that comes your way, room rental you do whatsoever you also do anything also kill everything also can do correct? Okay, then until a certain point, this one I don't do that one I don't do Then after that, GTA was, now become landed very, very big. I do landed rental, I don't do Don't do this. All the very, very strong agents usually more than not they don't give things out. They give things up because they have no time to do. Don't misunderstand. Don't be because when you're focusing in one particular area and you don't do that particular area, you don't do anything. Because real estate, there's many, many different forms. Remember, you have industrial, you have commercial, you have residential. You are in an agency whereby you can do everything. You're not in an agency whereby I stop you from doing commercial. If not, I will tax 50% from you. My friend used to do that. I dare to say. Okay? So in this instance, when you are exposed to a particular market, you get to learn new things. And yet at the same time, you can tell people that you have done it before. Along the way, when you have too many things to do, yes, then don't be selfish. Pass it down to someone who needs it. You can always take a cut, it doesn't matter. If you are very involved with that particular deal, then just take a bigger cut, nothing wrong. Okay, don't be choosy because even for myself and even for Bruce, I'm quite sure if let's say something that can be sold, even in the HDB, we will still do. Hey, HDB gives very, very good revenue now. Say 5 rooms somewhere averaging 500k is like 10k anytime. Then after that, you sell it, then don't forget, then buy that 20, 30k. Each cases is at least 30 grand already. Correct? You do 4 cases already, is cross your 6 digit already. Agree? Agree? Are you all still there?
Yes.
You all sure you're still there?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And also at the same time, I write here humble, you know why not? Then people think, wow, you drive a Lamborghini, you still sell HDB, not bad. You know what I mean? People will be thinking you're humble. You're humble because you want to help. Correct? You want to help and you don't reject cases. I reject cases when I have no time to do it because I know that I cannot be responsible for it. Then I pass it on to someone whom I think will handle this more professionally than I do. Okay, so be humble. And don't be too busy. Okay, now in my pursuit of more bigger ticket items, I face this problem. The first 4 years of my night friend career, when I started with shop house. Listen, I started with shop house because I was selling my father's shop house. But I didn't sell my father's shop house. The buyers all come, I swing to somewhere else. It's a different style. Okay? But those were the days that I can do it. I can always see my father don't sell, what's wrong? Okay? In that first 4 years, someone actually gave me this pointer, which makes a lot of sense to me. Okay? He told me, Benson, I always call you, but I cannot reach you. Then why should I call you? It makes no sense at all. I call you, but your assistant pick up the call. You very good shot. He didn't say it in that manner, but that's the impression. So then I had assist. I always forward my call because when I'm doing, I thought, I need to concentrate on calling. But what's so difficult? Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing right now. Can I call you back later? Isn't that better? Isn't that better? Yeah, because at least you pick up the phone. I'll call you back later shortly. Thanks, bye. Okay, the thing is, you cannot be too busy because big Caucasians and everybody else, when they want to call you, they want to reach you, means they want to reach you. And they might have things for you, but because they consistently cannot keep reaching you, then why do I have to give you that chance? No point, ma. I don't give you, I give to someone else who can at least take my call and talk to me. I don't listen to some PA, right? So this is a very, very important thing once things are going your way. This particular problem will not happen if, let's say, the person is not doing anything. But when the person is consistently already always engaging the prospects, always viewing and stuff, this problem will happen very often. It will happen very often. Always take your call. Okay? Because if you divert the call, people think you're snobbish. If you pick up the call and say you'll get back later, okay, people will think you're good. If they call you, they cannot reach you, and you never return your call, you're just an ass. Right? So, okay, don't be too busy. This is very, very important. Or don't act busy. And this is the problem. When you're really busy, people think you're acting busy. You're always act busy. Okay, no point. Okay, so this is very, very important. This is number which point already? Oh, you're all right. I wrote down it because I want to count. And just now with the don't be too busy, then this is the same problem. Okay, when you have too many things, you have too many things to do. Having too many things to do is a good problem, but when you don't focus, you are all over the place. There's also a chance that you can never close anything else. Okay? It's like 10 open listing versus 1 exclusive listing. It's the same problem. Okay, so when this is important, just make sure that you always prioritize. I don't care whether you write it on a piece of paper, use your Evernote, write it on your phone, or even write on your forehead, I don't care. Okay, just make sure that you close one thing at a time. It's very difficult for you to do. How many hands you have? 2 hands, right? Which hand can you write with? 1, right? I know some can write with 2 hands, but definitely 1 hand is better usually most of the time. Okay, so it's the same thing. The thing is, just make sure that you close one thing at a time. Be very proud when you strike out something from your list, because you close something already. Then you move on to another one. Okay, number 19 already, right? You are stupid if you don't ask questions. Okay, you might sound stupid. Okay, but when you get the answer, when you get your question answered already, you are a lot smarter already. Okay, no questions are honestly stupid. Okay, I might think that it's stupid because then it's my fault already. Because I'm snobbish, that's my problem. But any question that's thrown in my way, I should be able to answer you. Okay, because I have a role as a mentor. Okay. Remember, if you cannot reach that person, keep calling that person until you reach that person. Okay, especially when you call Bruce, keep calling. Keep calling. You will get it one because he cannot school you. It's like quite long. Okay, ask and you shall be given, seek and you shall find. Okay, this is something that you already know. Okay, always clear your curiosity. Why? I tell you very simple. If something that I don't know right now, I'll ask Bruce now, immediately. And this additional knowledge that comes my way, say example, now I know Marina collection is selling how much. Okay, at the back of my mind, because I asked. Okay, when I'm meeting someone, hey, it fits within the profile. Obviously, I can, hey, why not I show you Marina collection example. This is this is one reason why I'm asking you to ask whenever you don't know. Because obviously this comes as a knowledge to you, and with the additional knowledge, you can do more things. It doesn't matter if you are not selling Marina collection to begin with in the first place, but you already know, correct? Then you drill in more. Like maybe say a piece of land, you don't know whether this land can be subdivided or whatsoever. You ask him, you ask someone else. Hey, suddenly an opportunity comes. Hey, suddenly you become a developer. Example, I'm saying just ask. Okay, and if you feel paiseh to ask, something is very wrong with you. You are a salesperson, you are supposed to be daring to ask this kind of questions. You are supposed to, you have your rights to know all these things. Okay, so keep asking. Any questions for me right now? You can ask now. You can ask now. Any questions? This is number what? 20. Actually, this is the last. Okay, remember, it's yourself against yourself. Don't forget this and never forget this, because if you are against anybody else or against someone else, that means to say you have hatred against that person. Sometimes this kind of things never end one. Okay, when you are benchmarking against yourself, if you are doing better than what you've done before, means you are doing a good job already. There's progress there. And when you don't reach your benchmark, then be angry at yourself and not anybody else. Because it doesn't do you any good anyway. You angry with someone else for what? Then that person also won't feel it anyway. Okay? So benchmark against yourself, set your targets yourself. Say if you set say 500,000 per year, if you don't hit your target, you don't compare with someone else who has done 500K. You can learn, but don't compare, because you and the other person look different. Your personalities are different. You all are born from different mothers, correct? Okay, obviously you all are different, but pick up the right pointers from them. One, they are hardworking. Okay, you have to give it to them. Two, they are exposed in whatsoever market. These are the things that I can learn from. I will try doing it. So these are all the things. Remember, just benchmark against yourself. This is the most important thing. If you cannot do it right, then it's quite hard for you. Cannot. So this is what you basically master responsibility, obviously, and you'll be more happy. Okay, you'll be definitely more happy. I think 21 points here. Blackjack, yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's all. 21 points. You all have drawn it down already? Okay, I'll touch on the methods that I use that probably make myself more efficient. Okay, very quickly we'll go through. Okay, now the market is still very important no matter what. You know that there's a trend going on, right? There's always a trend. There's always a trend, and market trends is important. Now, you know that this is a buyer's market and it has been a buyer's market for a while. To those people that has been in the industry for a good, say 6-7 years, right? They are all confused, they are all shocked because suddenly they have to change the way how they do things. Because then it was a seller's market. It was a seller's market. It was a market whereby the sellers keeps changing the price. It's like, oh, I want 1.1. No, I don't want already. I want 1.15. No, I want 1.3. Those were the days that we started. Now, you think you can do maybe 980 or maybe 950? Okay, 930 I will sell. So this is the market you guys are in right now. Okay, so there's a difference in terms of market. When the market changes, the things that you do have to change. I'm not saying that you cannot still apply what you have learned before. It's just that I want you guys to learn how to prioritize where exactly you should be working out, where you should go, which gym you should go. You get what I mean? Okay, now definitely it's a buyer's market, definitely it's a tenant's market. You know that when you stick closely with the tenant or stick closely with the buyer, most of which your probability is that you will win. You definitely close a deal, right? Especially when you know that the tenant is a friend or the buyer is a friend. The odds improve again. Agree, disagree? Okay, so lean closer towards all these activities. I know that most of us are very, very trained to be a seller's agent. Like we do mailers and we keep doing mailers, we send, we get the listing, we go for an exclusive presentation, we get the exclusive and we sell. So this is how we did it last time. It's still effective, it's just that I want you guys to do it lesser and focus on the other side. Because why? The buyer will win no matter what. Or if not, when you are selling a listing, identify potential buyers. The buyers that come direct to you, and then you know how to swing them to something else or cut closer to them and then close something else for them. This is very important. Okay, don't keep doing the same things again and again and then keep draining yourself in terms of resources and time. Okay, try things differently. Ask for advice. Okay, always make sure that your mentors is taking care of you. Ask for advice, ask them anything. And heck, if not, I think this room, most of you guys know each other anyway. Ask everybody for advice and then form out something which makes sense for you. Okay? Okay, now, the most crucial part of the 6-digit agent is actually time. Okay, how you spend your time will make more sense to how you can achieve your goals. Now, we have about 40 weeks to go for 2017. You all know, right? I bet you all don't know. So, most of you now they know. Okay, 12 weeks has passed. Now we left with 40 weeks to go. Okay, 40 weeks is roughly how many months? Very easy, 12 minus 3 now. Okay, so how many months? You got about 9 months to go. So that means you got 3 quarters to go, correct? Correct or not? Correct. My maths is very poor, but correct or not? Correct or not? Correct or not? Correct. I won't continue, correct or not? Correct. Okay. So you got 3 months to go. So with these 3 months, what you want to achieve? You need to set a goal. Say, if let's say you have clock whatsoever, some of you, even the fact that there's always a chance that it might be a 0 from January until now, it's always possible. Okay, now then you start a fresh counter, $100,000. Say example, that's a 6-digit, right? Work backwards from there. So in $100,000 divided by 9 months, how much is that? So each month you have to post 11K. Right? In that 11K, where can the revenue come from? Okay, then you ask yourself what you are doing right now. Always work backwards. Always work backwards, and it's always very effective. Okay, it's like a normal thing. Like I give you an example. Let's just walk aside. Say you want to run a marathon. You cannot be first day I run 42.195. It's not possible at all. You will die one. Okay, maybe you will not die, but you definitely will ache for 2-3 weeks at least. Okay, but if you do it progressively and you know the end goal is 42.195, you slowly train your mileage. Go for 5 km, 6 km, 8 km, slowly push. 21, you do a half marathon first. Slowly push to get to 35. End of the year, you whack a standard shorter marathon, 42.195. Correct? And you are very happy with it. Why? Obviously, there's a progress, and you have been actually working on it. So it's the same thing here. When you work backwards, this is what is happening. Okay, you must work backwards. I don't know who, I never tell you to work backwards before, but I'm telling you now again. Okay, then next, when you are working backwards at the same time, that means there's a plan there already. Then when you are spending time, you want to know where your time is being spent. Right? I think William, all these people have heard me saying this thing again and again and again and again. But I have nothing, I can't be more creative than this already. Okay. When you are spending your time, lock it down. I don't know. Spending time with the family, eating lunch with someone, spending time with someone, doing viewings, doing prospecting again, whatsoever. You know that if you do more prospecting, you know that you do more viewing, you definitely have more closing. If you don't do prospecting and viewings all together at the same time, always, then something is very wrong. So what I like to do is that, I'm not very shy to share my calendar. You look at how I color code my calendars, you roughly know. Maybe it's not very good. Okay, so you can look at the color codings that I have. Why? Very simple. Okay, this color, super color, if I see as much as possible means definitely I'm on track because these are all viewings. Purple color means we are prospecting. I'm prospecting. Okay, so this is how I segment my time. Okay, red color obviously is coming from the agency, any lessons or whatever I had. Okay, blue color means I'm working out, means I'm exercising and everything else is for my health anyway. The more health I have, then the more wealth I have. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, then so this is how I color code. So as long as over the week you start to see where you are spending your time on, you roughly know what kind of results you can get already. It's very factual. You don't even need a guru to tell you anything at all. Correct? If you blank, then you blank lah. Obviously blank lah, die lah. Correct? If you got things, yeah, okay, and this is the pitfall. Okay, there are people with too many things and then they collide. The calendars will crash all the time. I'm talking, he's not here. Okay, some people will double book, triple book themselves on. So this is a good problem to have. But then he has another problem to face because he didn't be responsible. Okay, so these are the people that has two problems. But if you blank all the way, something is very wrong. Okay, when you are looking forward to a week, try to fill some calendars, but don't fill everything up. Remember, just now one of the pointer, don't be too busy. Correct? You cannot be too busy so that you can have time for opportunities, and you have to do that. But when you look back, you realize that if you spend more time on viewing, prospecting, definitely more or less you will get more closings. Agree? Agree or not? Can you all use your calendar or not? You don't need to be like me, like so crazy. I need to do one color for viewing, one color for prospecting and all. But it's a good method. You can do it actually. It's a very simple thing. You can use your normal calendar. You don't have to use any kind of apps that I use in any case. Because usually I will invest, so I will spend money. Okay. Stay connected. Okay. This one is very, very important. Now, your presence must always be felt everywhere whenever you are doing things or you are not doing things. Because I give you an example. Now, not many people are very prominent, social or offline. Like when they think of property, if they think of your name, means you are successful. But if they don't, means you are not there yet. Nowhere there. Okay. So what you can do? Even people like the producers, they will always send email. They will send emails daily because Tony sends news at what time? Okay. I asked you this question. Tony sends news at what time? Okay. You all wake up at what time? Okay, you all don't know, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. Averagely about 6 plus. Okay, sometimes earlier. Okay. Then when you all wake up, usually the case I say I quote an average 10 amount. Average probably is about 8 plus. Okay. Parents usually will wake up about 6 o'clock. Benson wakes up about 7. Bruce wake up about 5, 6 o'clock sometimes 8, 9 o'clock. So averagely. When you wake up already, you look at the news articles. First thing to do, okay, like Bruce has a very good practice. He will forward to his inner circle. That means all the news articles he will forward directly to the clients that he has. Everything. So he全部报道完. Okay. So people will think first thing property, Bruce like, cannot run. Correct? What I would do, I will read the articles. I will forward the articles which is relevant to my client. Okay, to any of the clients which I'm working on or I've sold properties before. It's more tedious. But how many cases have you all closed? I never closed many cases on. Okay, when I forward to that many it's not really too much effort. Okay, but your stuff, it doesn't matter. You stay connected that way. Okay, and I use email mailing list because it's easier for me. So I will reach out to my inner circle when I have something to tell them. Okay, so this is one method of reaching out to them, and I think you should. Like people like Nick also, he has his own page as well. Wilson has his own page as well. Correct? So that's own Facebook page. So there's different ways of reaching out, but always stay connected. Don't be a secret agent because it makes no sense to you. That's online connection. Okay, offline connection will be mailers, flyers, everything. Give a call, text. Sometimes you cannot sleep. Think of that person, then text. Hey, bro, how are you? Okay, what? Nothing wrong, what? Of course, you don't text a guy and a girl, then you all know how to handle this kind of thing. I don't need to teach you all. Don't suddenly go and text a girl, hey, how are you? Something is very wrong. Okay, but sometimes because of friendship, you all will text, correct? Still got some more. Facebook, Facebook got the messenger, those people who are online, hey, how have you been? Anything wrong? Nothing wrong, right? So this is ways and avenues. There's so many leads for you to deal with. But are you doing that or not? It's so simple. Everything is very simple. I don't know why things become very complicated when there's no results. But things are always very simple. Don't make it very complicated. Okay? So this one cannot. Always stay connected. Okay, I use Aweber. Okay, the company has been using Aweber to reach out to you guys. I'm not sure whether you all know this or not. Okay, there's emails or series of emails that is reaching out to you all. Okay, now you know WhatsApp can create groups, right? So there's ways to also reach out to them by creating groups. Of course, the clients, not all clients want to stay in the same group. Okay, but the client and their own friends can be in a circle. Can you do that? These are ideas. Yeah, these are ideas that will only be ideas. But if you don't do anything about it, you will always remain as ideas. Okay? Okay, now, and blasting out these things also as well. Okay, so these are the things to stay connected. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, now,
Bruce called me also and emphasize on this thing. I mean, we exchange pointers. So this is very, very important. All producers never stop prospecting. Okay. Now, remember Jackie Chu's lesson before on the industrial commercial one? Did you remember the 4 + 4 + 1? Okay. 4 listings plus 4 follow-up and 1 appointment a day. Okay. So this is his lesson that has been done before. And if you haven't attended his lesson, it was an awesome lesson. Okay. And Bruce also mentioned on his prospectation lesson also, meet 2 people a day. Okay, I really don't care how many people you meet, as long as you meet. There's a lot of emphasis with regards to this because if you stay at home, nothing will happen. If you advertise your listings only and then just wait for things to happen, right? Then you're not a real estate agent. Okay, if you put property listings on property only and then go and do your own things, and then wait for the phone call, then after that go and then the viewing, then you are not a property agent. Because obviously the successful ones always meet people and keep meeting people. And even nurture relationship by spending more time with people. That's the holistic part of it. The ones that is doing very well over the past 2 to 3 years are the ones that has always been prospecting consistently. And if you haven't been doing well, this is the main reason why. This is the main reason why. How come everybody so short? Okay, so his session recommends, the doctor recommends 2 people a day. This doctor recommends 1 appointment a day and 4 follow-ups and 4 listings. This doctor, okay, as long as you do it, can already. It doesn't matter. As long as you do it. Because I know, once you walk out already, nothing will happen. So once you walk out already, go and meet someone. Not us lah. Don't be silly. Go and meet a friend or whatever, then talk about things. And they will ask you about property for sure because you're a real estate agent. You're not a what agent? Secret agent. You're not. They want to know what's going on in the market because recently the cooling measures have been revised, correct? Who don't know the cooling measure has been revised? Who knows the cooling measure has been revised? Hands up, please. Okay. Okay, so with all this come to play, usually people ask, okay, what do you think the market, how the market will respond to this thing and everything this and that, correct? You must have your own opinion. Doesn't matter whether you say that the market will go up or go down. Just have an opinion. Cannot say I don't know. Then something is very wrong again. And so this is also another crucial point. You see, these are the things that in this lesson you already know. But the problem is that you never do it, so it's a big issue. The longer you are in the industry, the more chances you have. The shorter time that you spend in the industry, the more effective your follow-ups will become. You know why? Because usually the shorter the term it is, most of the time if you are really, really very persistent, most of the time your follow-ups will be more effective. Okay? Because you got nothing much to work on, right? You're not all over the place. You only have that few cases that you are concentrating on. That's why you'll be more persistent, then you will follow up. Then the ones that the longer you are in the industry, the problem is you have too many things to do. And then when you follow your follow-up like nothing. That's the reason why a lot of clients prefer new agents. I don't know whether you know or not. I don't know whether you know because the old agents will be like, this one cannot sell one, the pricing you want is crazy. All agents will do that. Then the new agents, I think can. I'm very confident can. So 6 months, 8 months in the market one, but still can. so this is the difference here. And always the new agents will have an advantage because of that. Don't think that because you are not long in the industry, you don't have an advantage. You definitely have. Okay, and the old agents will always have faced this issue. They will always have to competition with the new ones because the new ones are more aggressive. They definitely have more energy, or they are doing things very differently. And that the old ones will have to learn from the new ones. For sure. Okay, so these are the things.
Okay. Scan through your own options, your own tendencies. Give a call to them, ask them how have they been. It doesn't matter whether this person has closed something with someone else. It doesn't matter. Come as a person who's more concerned, who's concerned for their well-being and their data. How is your family? How have they been? How's your new place? It doesn't matter whether you are the one that sells them that place or not. It doesn't matter. Oh, just checking to see if everything is okay. Why do you think servicing is important? Why do you think banking industry always do servicing? Because, let me ask you this question, very simple, matter of fact. Okay, do you only have one bank account? Who have only one bank account? Hands up. Doesn't matter. None of you. Oh, one. One. You say one, the rare one, the more loyal one. Okay. In this perspective, you can see, okay, it doesn't matter because some high-level clients will have many different bankers and he will give different businesses to different bankers. Correct, right? Come back to this place also as well. It's the same. Some of the high-level people will prefer buying to someone else and selling to someone else, or if not, doing things differently for something else because that particular agent is strong in something. Agree? So don't feel handicapped or not, if not anything else. But of course, if they are related, then something is very wrong. By blood, there are no chance. But if let's say it's by friend, even by blood and by friendship, sometimes the friendship agreement. I don't know whether you all have done before, but I have done this kind of cases before. I'm not sure Bruce also has. Okay, so don't feel handicapped. And remember, always following up. Okay, if you today, right, in your portfolio, there's nothing at all. Okay, go and look back at what you have done before. Sure got something to do. Last but not the least, okay, I don't know whether it's last but not least. Okay, but in any case, always ask for referrals. Nothing wrong one. Okay, if you're not a secret agent, you will ask. Hey bro, you got anybody who's looking for anything? No, what? Very easy to ask. Nothing wrong. What's so kids about asking? What's so crazy about asking? What's so shameful about asking? Okay, when you have pride in the things you do, you will not be as ashamed to drop a note to ask friends who might need your service. This aligns to always what James. I don't know whether James Wong was sent your emails before, but do you see his signature behind? The signature behind is very good. Referrals are the lifeblood of all salesperson, and I will appreciate your referrals. This is really signed off by him. His email footer all the time. Okay. Now, referrals are the lifeblood of all salesperson. Okay, I'm telling you all now because James Wong say one. Okay, and it's true. Okay, everybody appreciates a referral, and referrals are the most effective way of closing a sale or a rent or a deal because you are being referred. I trust that person. It's easier for me to believe in you. Okay, so this is the most powerful way of getting deals done. For fresh agents who feel lost that they don't have referrals yet, work your way towards it. Okay, how? Very simple. You can keep having prospects, meet people for coffee. If you are coffee intolerant, you can always buy people coffee and get yourself a bottle of water. Nothing wrong. If you drink too much tea, doesn't matter, a bottle of water is fine. Then people think, hey bro, why you never buy? No, I had too much of it. Now people think that you are very busy or you have been meeting a lot of people. It's okay, it's good for that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really. But as long as you keep meeting people, the chances and the odds of your career will change. Keep asking for referrals. Nothing wrong one. I will always ask one. If I got nothing to do, I will always ask one. Okay? Can or not? Can or not? Can I ask or not? Yes, I will. Can. Confirm. Can or not? Can or not? Can or not? Okay. Okay, be a little tidy. Now, fresh agents got no problem because they are always very tidy. There's nothing on the book. Overt agents got this problem. We throw everything all over the place. What? Siri. Okay, personally I use Evernote, but I don't advocate as much anymore because I get very tired. I keep telling people this is old, but people don't use, so I don't care anymore. I use for myself, it's perfectly fine. But in any case, okay, keep a journal, write things down. I can attest to my results because why? For the past couple of years, I've been writing things down. All my checklists and everything is here. I write. Then what I do, when I'm very free or I got nothing better to do, or after I close cases, after you close cases, you got, oh, my pipeline very short, like nothing left. And I look back and say, oh yeah, these are the cases that I never closed before. Jay, yeah. I go and text him, hey bro, how are you? These are simple things that you can do, right? As long as you have an archive of what you have done, you look back and then you just text that person, nothing wrong, right? Correct. So you keep yourself a little bit more tidy, then you got more leads later lah. Because sometimes what happens is that when you are doing so many things, you lost track of what you have done. It's very normal. New fresh agents and mature agents all have the same problem. But if you have wrote things down, refer back. I like to use Moleskine. Refer back because it's nicer. No, doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm very sick already. Okay. Ask your mentor to track you. Okay. Now this is the thing. Remember, whenever you join someone in the real estate career, remember you are responsible for your own actions. Don't forget your mentor is a person who is also doing his or her own sales. Correct? Correct or not? They have their own family to take care of, correct? You cannot be expecting them to be looking at you all the time. Hey, what's it? That means they are not doing anything at all. They are dependent on you for overriding. Something is very wrong. Okay, something is very wrong. Okay, in this instance, like what I mentioned before, just go and approach your mentor or your group of friends or other mentors. In this place is perfectly fine. Everybody is quite open with it. And ask for help. Track. Okay, I like to track last time, or I used to advocate. I don't know, again, I track by there. Okay, what I like to do, I let y'all know, okay, so that y'all see whether it makes sense for you. Okay, I always say that when you want to make a 6 to 7 digit income, you have to have a portfolio because there's something to do. You look forward to it, correct? There's something to do. In that particular portfolio, I will have things that, oh, this case can close 20,000, this case can close 40,000, this case can close 6 digits straight. Now I put everything down and I'll work on them, correct? This is just a to-do list, correct? Is it? Just a to-do list. So what I do, I will share this to-do list, say with Bruce Light, example. Okay? Just this to-do list only. So Bruce Light knows exactly what Benson is doing. Follow me? And then I just strike out the cases which I close, and Bruce Light know as well. Sometimes Bruce Light have his own clients, correct? Then call Benson Koh, hey bro, hey, I got a client for your list. Possible or not? So always allow the mentor to give you to track you or yourself, or at least volunteer yourself to let your mentor know what exactly you're doing. If your mentor don't know what you are doing, yes, the mentor has their responsibility, but also at the same time, it's your own fault. It's always your own fault. It's always the case. And if you're not open to your teachers, or if you're not open to sharing, and then you say this place is shit, and then you move on to another place and say, everywhere you go is shit, I tell you. Shit. Because shit is here. It's all here. It's all accumulative here already. So always approach. Feel lost, approach. And if you feel lost, always the same things, something is also very wrong. Then analyze yourself. Think, how would you be able to do better? Can or cannot? Can or cannot? This is how I track. This one, I keep emphasizing already, so You all just read lah. Nothing much. You all already know already. I keep emphasizing the same thing. Okay? Okay, turn clients to friends. Okay? If this is something that you cannot do, then you will not be in the industry for a long time. Or you will be always a struggling realtor. Okay? This one is always exclusive. Okay? Whether you are selling, whether you are buying, whether you are renting, or whether you are serving a landlord, okay, it's always exclusive. Remember and remember. If you can't do most of the time these kind of cases, then something is very wrong. Yes, I understand. New agents have these issues. I understand. Old agents also always stuck at the 1% thing. Then all these things always is around. But try to work your way to exclusive. The reason why also at the same time that I'm encouraging you guys to turn clients to friends is obvious for also the obvious reason. A friend will not turn you down. A real friend will not turn you down. And most of which, honestly, if it's a very close friend, they say give exclusive, you actually don't need to sign at all. Agree? Agree? Yeah. So, I mean, in this instance, whatever that you are doing, it gives you a focal point. Why a focal point? If that particular listing is an exclusive, in your portfolio, you have more focus to close that particular listing first, or that particular buyer, that particular lead. Okay? And you will finish it, then move on to the next one. If it's an open listing, you're all over the place. It's easy to actually put a portfolio with 10, 20 open listings, but you will still feel lost because you don't know which one you will close. You will close because obviously all the other agents are doing the same things. So this is very important. My lesson on exclusive is actually quite good. It's not I say one, everybody else says so. Okay, so, but I hate to be a recorder to keep repeating the same thing. So maybe next time I record one time already, you all listen to me look yum. Okay? So this one, okay? Consistent marketing. This is something that I am also very weak in. Okay, so this is something that I feel that myself, I have still things to do. Okay, now you can actually spend on auto reposting. If let's say you are the kind that doesn't refresh your listings and everything. For now, okay, for now, okay, you can spend people ads every 2 to 3 weeks. You have an exclusive if you want to do it. Okay, so all these are things that you can do. Okay, everybody already know, but are you doing it enough or not? So this is the question, right? Some of the top agents are doing this religiously. Whether you believe in Jesus or Tikong Pei, it's the same. They are doing the same thing again and again and again and again and again. Okay, people keep asking me about how and why these people are always on top, and you rarely see them. It's because they follow a methodology and they keep doing it. They form a habit, a very strong habit. Can you do it or not? So this is the question. Oh yeah, the SPH one, 1st of April, what's gonna happen?
From 1st April onwards, who in this room have not signed your SPH application? We're going to do this official kind of SPH where you can call directly to lighten some burden on admin. So 1st April to 30th of June, we'll run some campaign to do some, or you want lucky draw? So you probably can do some SRI logo advertisement. So we will do the announcement probably by end of the week. Okay, so ensure you fill up the SPH.
Yeah, just help us fill up the SPH application. And do us a favor, Rose is very busy. Just help her. Okay, now, and also something. SRI no doubt is a smaller agency, but we are not lacking in terms of capable people. Okay, and the admin team, Bruce and myself, Nick, Trisha, Tony, we have been working very hard. Okay, because we want to give you guys the best mark, right? Okay, now this is something that you guys will use very often. Okay, and it will be launched by the end of this month. Right?
Early next month.
Early next month. Yeah, whatever. It's something that we've been working on for a while. I think some of you guys heard of it, or it's still some details. It's some tools that we have been spending money and time, and money and time, and money and time. So we hope that you guys will use it. Okay, so this is just, it's not even a sneak preview, it's just to help you to, get ready. Okay, I'm not gonna read the rest, but these are all my hard points taken from the environment that I was given 7 years ago. Okay. I feel that really for the past 7 years, the environment changed me. Okay, as a person or as a recruiter per se, I am very grateful that I'm being given this chance. Now, in this instance, I feel that I hope that when you guys walk out of this place, you guys actually practice what I preached just now. I'm not a pastor. Okay, I'm not a pastor. Okay, but the thing is that if it makes every one of you do better as a person or as a salesperson, I feel that I've done a good job. Okay, so please take away whatever that you guys have jotted down just now. Please do practice it. Please connect with everybody as much as you can. True, everybody is very different. You know, you might not like this person, you might like this person, you might have an opinion of that person or whatever. But everybody must be strong in something. Cannot be everybody is good for nothing. Correct? Okay, and in which it's very, very, very good that you are able to leverage on one another if possible. Any questions for me? Any questions? Any questions? Daring shoot. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Hey, wait, it doesn't end here. So let's try to learn and grow together. Okay? Laugh at the love, fun, and joy. Journey usually never ends, it's just a phase. Okay? Hey, you want to look back on your journey and see that we have come far together. Okay? Now, you have my number. Okay, you have Mrs. number. You have everybody else's number. Try to make as many friends as you can. And last but not the least, don't forget later on there's still a next year session later, right? There's one more. Right? Yep. Okay. If you all have any questions privately, just let me know. I will definitely send out this one first slide to you guys later. Okay. If you have any questions again privately, you can text me. Any questions? No more? No more? No more? Bye bye. See you. Bye everybody. Bye.